Today we're going to show you how to season your new gold pans
right here in the Rock On channel.
And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rock On channel. My name's William.
I'm Brandon.
And on today's episode, we're going to show you how we turn around and season our gold pans every time we buy new ones. So don't go away. Today, we'd like to congratulate our 304 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every Sunday here on the Rock On channel. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Make sure you ring that bell hard. Get all those notifications. Now off to seasoning our gold pans. So guys, we turned around and picked up a brand new panning sluice kit from sluicebox.com, and this kit's all Brando's. So today we're going to be seasoning up his pans. We're going to show you exactly what we got here that we do that with. So don't go anywhere. So guys, every time you turn around and pick up a brand new plastic gold pan, as you'll see there, Brandon's holding the biggest one that we have. And if you see, it's got this weird polished sheen on there. That's going to be our worst enemy out in the field. We want that plenty gritty and decent enough to grip up all of our beautiful powder gold and that gorgeous black sand. So we're going to go ahead and get that done. And the first step that we're going to take this through is right here. This is, I think I got like 150 grit. And then we're going to go ahead and take it back through a little bit of our steel wood pad. Then we're going to go after it with a little bit more of an aggressive pad just to get rid of all the other stuff. And our first step today is we're going to take this through 99% alcohol before we turn around and give it a final bath in our rinse aid. And then we go ahead and successfully dry it and see how well we get our water to sit up in our pan. So first things first, guys, we got ourselves our 99% alcohol. This is what we use to get rid of all the nasty oils that is involved with any type of plastics out there. Even your metal pans that you get, the old classic ones, will have a little bit of mineral oil or something in there to prevent them from rusting before they get shipped to you. So right now, I turn around and got a little slot sitting up in there. We're going to be handsome about this. So we're going to get up in there. Just get it so that the whole surface on the bottom there is fully covered. Brando's going to go ahead and attack that with 150 grit and get in there and really scrub in. He's going to get all of the grooves and all the little corners where we know that our gold is going to sit up in. These are now the gravity trap style. So they're a little different than what you guys probably seen. They're not the finishing style to get a nice groove in. And this does take some time to do, so you don't need to rush it. Just get every little spot that you know that's going to be gold or something attached up on there. That way you know it's not going to get away from you. And you're going to notice there's going to be a lot of resistance when you use that 99% alcohol, because it's going to go ahead, attack that oil, bring it up to the surface every time he turns around and gets that nice swirlature pattern going on. It's going to release everything, get all that nastiness up out of there. Remember, oil is your worst enemy out there in the field. All right. And then I think go ahead and attack the big riffles. Go ahead and attack the big riffles up there. And that should be a good thing. Get all the way up into the crevices. Now, these are a little bit different, guys. So as you guys can see from the texture there, you see it that it's got that weird swirlature pattern along there. We're not going to mess with those. we're going to just leave them just as they are. We're going to probably wipe them down with probably a scrubby pad and just to get that top stuff off, because I'm just too afraid that we're going to mess up what Sleuth Box designed there. And we're going to see a little bit more about it. I'm going to try to find a video, and hopefully we can explain it a little bit better how they work. That's some tough work, ain't it, Brando?
Oh, yeah.
And our general goal is you want to be sure that you're able to get a surface similar to like what you see there, where it's all of that area is all nicely roughed up. You can do this with sand. And I was debating whether I wanted to do that today. And I was like, no, we're going to show them exactly how we get them fully prepped right here at home before we take them out in the field. All right, let's get in a look at it real quick here.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, look at that nasty.
Oh,
Ew.
Yeah, that's
Gross.
nasty.
Gross.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, you're gonna get up into your grooves. Not too hard. Just get up in there really nice and easy. Let the sandpaper do the work. You don't have to get in there, get real physical with it. Just let the grit do what it's got to do. And then a lot of times, and I'll show you on another one that we have here. This was a 3-piece set with a sluice box. Now, if you guys can see right there, there's a little bit of what looks like some, what we call in the plastics industry, a little bit of gating. That's just from the machine and all that jazz. You want to be sure you get that off too. Make sure that's all nice and smooth up in there. And we're going to work that real quick. I'm going to let Brando keep attacking it.
All right.
And as you guys can see, that big old orange tub is full of just standard water. And we're going to go ahead, after we're comfortable with how we got it all up in there, we're going to give it a dip, get all that stuff up off there, and then I'm going to sit and try to pat dry it to see how well we are if we got to continue doing this.
No.
So this would be a great opportunity to go ahead and hit that subscription button. Make sure you're going to go ahead and nail them notifications, guys. 2026 has been very exciting. We just came back from the river not that long ago, and we got still treasures out there to get. On top of that, we're going to return back out to my old pine tree and dig up some more of those incredible targets. We had roughly about 18 or 20 to go. So don't go anywhere. Plus, we got some stuff that we'll be featuring here from a previous episode. You guys definitely don't want to miss that either. All right, it's dipping time.
All right.
Go ahead. I'll take that.
There you go.
All right, time to give her a dip.
Give her a dip.
Give her a dip in there. Get all that washed off there with your hand. Excuse me. It's been relatively dry the last few days, so playing havoc on my logs. Let's see what we got. All right. Let's see how we did here. And it looks like to me he did really good because I'm not seeing anything beading. Now, if you take a look here at the outer edge, you'll see how the plastic with the oil still connected to it, it's beading. That's not a good thing to see if you had it sitting up here in the surface of your pan. That's where all your goodies are going to be. You want to make sure that's all nice and rough. So I think you got a couple little bits right here.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit here on the top rim, just to be sure. And otherwise, gosh, you did a pretty good job on there. All right, big guy, I'll get you that. Back to work.
So we got.
Yep, just a little bit.
All right.
A little bit to go.
Yeah.
Those are always the hardest spots to get. That's the only thing about it. When you get to that pitch, that's always the spot that kills my thumbs every time I try to do it. Now I did this on another pan.
Yeah, grab
And
that
I
pan.
have over here in my menagerie of pans, and they're way different than what Brandon has there.
Yeah, a little bit different. Yeah.
Now, these ones here, as you guys can see, I really roughed it up as best as I could. I still have a lot of work to do on these. They don't go out as much as they used to anymore, thanks to my eyesight. That's why we always prefer the big black ones. That way, that gold just sticks out like a sore thumb. Where here, you gotta squint a little bit. And the more aggressive and tighter those grooves are, worse it's gonna be for you to get up in there with any kind of sandpaper. Also, I've forgotten that this here is the wet dry stuff that you'd use in the automotive industry. It comes in all sorts of grades, all the way up to almost 2000s. We recommend only up to 800 grit if you're running any of your smaller finishing pans. So keep that in mind here. That's 150 grit, and it's very durable. Doesn't fall apart in there with the alcohol. Just sticks right up in there. So it's a good thing. All right, let's give her another dip there, buddy.
Yeah.
See what we got.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst part about all this. Getting all that nastiness up off there.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you'll get a pan. I had a pan from Temu, which was this guy. Apparently they didn't rinse it off good enough, and it ended up with what we call plastics mold release. And it was just, it looked like it took a bath in it. Super oily when I pulled the plastic off. I was like, oh, that's gross. And that took about a week or so to soak that in some stuff to get it all out of there. There. All right. Let's see. That looks really good, guys. That's exactly how you want it. You want the nice riffles up in here, decent enough where it's not going to have any issues. And you can just run your finger in there, and that'll tell you right away whether or not you got every little groove. And it feels really good in there. We're going to go ahead and take that one more time, and we're going to give it a little bit of a wash with some rinse aid, and we're going to take one of our steel wool pads and just give it a good once over, real nice and light. And then we're going to take it, dip it once again, take it upstairs, hit it with some super hot water, and then we're going to dry it and see how well everything looks.
All right.
So, and it doesn't have to be much, just about that much. And there are just a few drops, which is good. And then I'm going to go ahead and give him that Brillo pad that I got right there. These are those standard little Scotch pads that you guys use on your dishes, and it works great for just trying to get everything up out of there. And go ahead and give yourself a little bit of water. That'll help that along the way. There you go. Yep, you're going to get wet doing it. It is not a clean job, so don't be wearing your Sunday's best, folks.
All right.
And rinse aid is another good thing to use. I strongly discourage anybody to be using any kind of heavy degreasers out there on the market. That'll actually kind of destroy everything. I believe it does something to the plastic, it seems like to me. I've done a lot of experimentation with like Simple Green and all those heavy automotive degreasers, and I've ruined quite a few pans in my time doing that. And this is the best way I can do. We've been able to do this, and it seems to work. There's really no quick way to season a pan.
Nope. Rules there.
All right. All that white stuff you're seeing coming up out of there, that's even more oil that seems to be collecting up with that rinse aid, which is amazing. All right.
One more rinse.
That looks pretty gosh darn good to me, guys. So our next step is we're going to go ahead, hit that with some piping hot water, and we'll show you the final result. And there, guys, is our finished product. As you guys can see, all of the nice grooves in there, and it's just smooth enough where it's going to go ahead and catch our powder gold and all of our nice, beautiful particulates in there. We got a little bit of work to do sitting there in the center. Just a little bit right there along that line. That's always a super hard groove to get up in there, but we did pretty good on the rest of it. All right, guys, it's time for the close. All right, so that's how we turn around and season up our gold pans, you guys. So hopefully that helped you out there. This is how we've been taking care of our pans for quite a while, and every time we've done it, you guys have seen the results if you've watched our episodes. Done us well. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, guys. Hit the notification bell. We're going to be eagerly getting out there back on that gold. So don't go anywhere. Go ahead and subscribe today. So until then, my name's William.
I'm Brandon.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. And we'll see you next time.